Alright guys, welcome back. So it's been a few days since we got Master Duel, and a lot of you have been asking me for the deck list, like, because we have Jet in this game, but we don't have Stardust Synchron, which is huge. We don't have Stardust Trail, we don't have a Synchro Overtake. So those are huge handicaps, because those are so important for the deck right now, right? But we have, we gained Destrudo, we gained Jet Synchron, right? So in a way, Jet Synchron takes Stardust Synchron's place, or vice versa. It was meant to be vice versa because Stardust was taking Jet's place, you know, in the way it functioned, to allow us to continue our play after Nibiru. But this game has been a lot of fun. Of course, there's some minor things that, like, oh, you know, because it's like best of ones. Like, that's one thing that's kind of like, but it kind of grows on you. It kind of does grow on you. And then one for sure is Maxx C. Maxx C is in a game, and that changes the game entirely. So taking that into consideration when playing the game, you should be like aware of how to deck build, right? Because like you can't go like, okay, I'm gonna go all gas, you know, like you have too cold by triple Ash, you know. There's somebody which should stop Ash, Maxx C, right? And you can even like to an extent, if you can, like, if you get Maxx C, draw itself can be a counter to it. So you have just an abundance of ways to deal with it. But let me just go ahead and show you this replay, because this replay was insane, and then I'll show you their deck list after, okay? Look at this. This is so cool. That's so cool. He's like, wow. This is cool. Like, it's very user-friendly, right? Like, this is the way you hover it, duel. It's very straightforward. At first, it was a bit overwhelming, because I did not know how to do it. But luckily, I have a good friend named Ben that he just walked me down through, basically, how to obtain the cards like wisely, right? Because you don't want to just spend your gems like all wild, you know. So that was a huge help. So thank you, Ben. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the replay. Go ahead and add me. This is really cool. So this replay was insane, because one of the biggest I guess topics or conversations or discussions is, okay, how does the deck do versus Maxx C? Because Maxx C alone, right? Maxx C alone paired up with Nibiru, because Nibiru and Maxx C are in the same format, which is huge. So look at this hand. Right away, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with this hand? There's three of us. Like, this happens quite frequently. And on top, to top it off, I opened up the damn Fire Ant, which is so annoying. Many of you should know by now how much I hate this card. Like, it's a necessary evil. Like, we need to play it because of Dawnwalkers. But hopefully we'll get like a new support. But let's go ahead into it. So until now, I'm not too sure what I'm playing against. And the moment he plays the Era Zero, I'm like, hey, I'm playing against Sky Striker. He reveals Maxx C, Ash Blossom, and the Duster. I'm like, okay, well, he missed. He goes Desires. Okay, surely he gets something here, right? And there's still no Ray, right? And like the only thing that can save me right now is like a Twin Twister or main deck a Lightning Storm, because it just clears the board. But then even that doesn't solve my issue. I still can't have. I don't have any plays. I don't have any ways to discard this, and deal with the back row at the same time. So I'm like, oh, well, what else can I do? And this is a card that we've discussed going back and forth on this, whether to play Desires or not, right? Because in this format, we don't have Stardust Synchron, we don't have Stardust Trail, so banishing those one-ups are not as crucial or as impactful, because you play 3 Jet, right? So like all you need to do is just have one in deck to fulfill the speeder effect, right? So it doesn't feel as huge, you know. And he changed Maxx C to my Pot of Desires. Like, what the hell? Like, what? Okay, well, you don't know what I'm playing yet. Okay, so then look at the oh my god, the perfect. This is like the perfect scenario. This is what I needed to draw, right? This discard outlet, discard the Doppel, and deal with the back row. Like, it was perfect. It was to combat the Maxx C, I needed to be blessed, and this is what I got. Resolve this, and what did I hit? I hit. Oh wow, does a lot of good stuff. This is Shark Cannon is really good against us. Oh my god, this as well. This and oh no way. I needed to draw that Lightning Storm, and from here on out, you guys kind of have an idea of how the combo goes, right? Discard this, special this, summon from the hand, and then here we go. Maxx C challenge, and the only thing I'm praying is like just don't have Valor Nib or Valor. Nib Imperm, and he Valor's here. I'm like, Okay, that's good. That's fair. That's fair. I still have this. I still have my junk. As long as my junk's summon brings back the doppel, I have the option to be like, okay, I can go for the Excel play, right? Because the Excel play is much more different in this format, because we have Jet, and the fact that Excel can send Jet and make itself a level 1, level 4, you can make Speeder there and then have the Jet for a Shaman play, which is huge. Like, that's really huge. So then it resolves. And I go for it, get my Jet, right? Get my Jet, get my Junk Synchron, and I go for Crystal Wing right away. I don't want to risk anything, right? I don't want to risk it. I'm like, no way. I just gotta get out of the way, get protection. And right now I'm trying to sequence my way to where I get to a Herald on top of enough damage to just push past this Rick, because it'll float, and he'll most likely another Veiler. See, I'm not negating the Veilers, because the only thing I want to negate is the Nibiru, right? The Nibiru, like, okay, Veiler me, it's fine. It's fine. I can still push because I still have the Jet Engrave. I can still have some Marcher plays, so I should be cut. Oh, okay. So let it resolve. I don't bring back anything. That would have turned into a Herald, and then I would have more protection. So it would shut off the Veilers completely. Any more he might have had, and then it just stops like any other hand trap, which would be getting the Nib and Imperm, you know. So I'm gonna try to get to a Herald and Abyss, and there's a third Veiler. I'm like, oh my god, this man had 3 Veilers back to back. Like, what the heck, man? So then okay, what can I do? The Jet. This is the Tower of Jet, right? We can discard any excess cards that we don't really want to summon it, and Doppel Warrior coming in clutch. And then we're gonna go. Okay, we're gonna go for what? What are we gonna go for? Excel Synchron. But this is really odd. This was really weird, honestly. Him using Mourner on my Excel kind of hurt, because I was gonna turn this into level 2, and that's what's gonna make my Herald. And I was like, oh, well, this is gonna be kind of weird, you know, because at this point I can counter the Nib, but I can't counter the Ray Float, and I have to have enough beaters to get over it, right? So I was like, oh, maybe this should be enough. So let's just see what happens. If he has a Nibiru, he has a Nibiru, right? So I go for the Dragster, because the Dragster will stop any like Imperm or stuff like that, you know, that you might have drawn, because he can go like he balls my freaking thing. So at this point I'm like, okay, do I negate this or not? Because like, if he has Nibiru, I lose. So I was like thinking, do I have enough damage here? And I don't, because this over this, he'll probably tag it out for Akaina, right? And it just won't do anything. Like, it just won't. And one of the things that he forgot is that Dragster pierces. You'll see why that's important later on. But at this point I was like, man, if he has Nibiru, I lose. So yeah. But anyways, what he could have done is activate Nibiru, chain this. No, activate Nibiru on a gate, chain this. Then he'll chain Imperm. Then either of these can stop the Imperm. You know. So like, that's the sole purpose of that. So then I negate it. I'm like, well, if he has Nibiru, he has Nibiru. Okay, I'm dead. But other than that, I should have it. I should have it in the back. But then when I summon the ruler, I'm like, wait a second, am I gonna have enough damage? This is gonna be enough damage. Because like, what he could have done, right, is like, watch, you'll see what I mean. He tags it out for Kaina, right? Attempt to negate. I negate with this guy, and then I continue the attack. Take 15. And I'm like, is this enough? Because you can just, I was like, yeah, you can just not tag out with a Ray. And this is what I meant. Like, if the fact that he didn't know that this guy pierced is so important, and that's the only reason I won. Because if I attack this here, right, and if this didn't do the damage, if this didn't do piercing damage, this would not be enough. He would be at 300 left. The fact that Drax's piercing came in clutch, oh my god, it was amazing. So then that ends the game. That ends the game. That's it. Oh my god, that was freaking cool. Look at that. That was awesome. Through the XD challenge. Alright, so here's the list. Okay, so dude, it's freaking hot over here. That's why I'm wearing a tank top. Like, oh dude, it's freaking hot, dude. Okay, anyways. I know it's 49 cards. It'd be 50 cards if I can get, because I was like experimenting, so getting ultras I didn't need and stuff like that. But like, nonetheless, triple lightning storm I think is needed, because it's a best of one. So the chances that you can go, you might go second. You want the option to just be like, okay, lightning storm, either monsters or spells, you know. And if they have an unwilling negate to negate the first one, if you open the multiples, then if you can play past one interaction, then you just hit the back row. Does that make sense? Because this is activate. Pretty sure it's activate. Yeah, you can only activate it. So you know, same thing with Raigeki. Same thing with this guy. You just want to be able to just have this stuff versus Outlet. Outlet is like one of the freaking most popular decks right now. It's like, oh, there's so many freaking posts talking about, oh, I got plat 1 with Outlet. There's so many posts. There's so many memes going on as well. And then of course you have main deck Nibiru, Ash, because this stops Max C like this, and Colubi stops Max C. I guess if you really want to, you could play Heavy Slump. But in a 50 card deck, I don't know, it's kind of risky. So I would kind of just wait for the third Lightning Storm. But yeah, this is basically the deck. The shoot is pretty cool. The fact that we can discard dice off this is amazing. Then trigger Doppel off that, make a Herald. Like it's so nice. Like go discard, special with the Fire Ant, level lead. I missed that guy. Target this guy, make it level 2, trigger Doppel, make Herald, and then climb from there. Like that's pretty neat. But there's no real like streamlined list at the moment because it's best of ones, so it's kind of weird. It makes the format really weird because you like some things you wouldn't main deck, you would have in your side deck, and vice versa. So it makes it, I don't know, it's a weird format. It really is. It's a weird format. But the fact that Max C exists is it's not as crazy as people made it seem to be. Like most people that I don't know, it seems like. Of course, if you open up combo, but like there's times where like if it kind of forces you to like deck build accordingly, you know. Like of course, if your opponent opens up combo and Maxi, like it's kind of hard, kind of rough, you know. But like you can also open up Maxi yourself alongside with other hand traps, because like necessarily like it's one of those, I don't know, it's just one of those discussions that it can go either way, because like. And in hindsight, you can say, "Oh yeah, like dude," but there's also the times where you just have the answers, you know. But it's just one of those topics that are like kind of like granted. It's a gray area. Like some people are for it, some people are against it. Like it's just, I don't know. But yeah, this is the list. This guy's cool. Playing Jet Warrior. This guy's amazing. This is the fact that you can bounce and then use it as a material. It's really nice. But yeah, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this list because I've been posting on the shorts, the YouTube shorts, and I was showing like how hyped it is. It's been a pretty cool experience. It's a cool game, but hopefully they implement the TCG type of like gameplay, because like I don't know, this best of one is kind of weird, like, but it does grow on you. It does grow on you though, like oh, it's not so bad, but it feels like you're in a beta state. Like it seems like it's not. Oh, okay, they're gonna reveal the actual game later. That's what it seems like. It seems like okay, this is gonna be like a trial, and now here's the actual game, which is like, you know, like. Maybe combining the TCG and OCG together, like that'd be insane. Like that'd be crazy, because it is kind of weird that we have two separate formats. Like, you know, like I don't know, but yeah, that's it. Hopefully enjoy the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.